Hey, so I found one of these bleeding pillar candles at my local pharmacy, and I thought they were so cool, but crazy expensive. So I'm gonna try and make some. Check it out. So first things first, I was given a bunch of these plastic plumbing tubies. You can see they're pretty dirty and rusty, so we're just gonna give these a wash. All right, they're nice and washed. They don't have to be perfect. We're gonna be covering over them with black paint. You could use spray paint. I'm just gonna use cheap dollar store acrylic. I seen somebody on TikTok make these with some pool noodles and some spray paint, but I live in Alberta, Canada. After a certain point, it gets very cold and good luck finding a pool noodle. So we're gonna try it with these. Okay, first things first, what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some sort of pipe or tube or pool noodle, just something in a cylinder shape. I have different sizes and different lengths. You could do it all the same, you could do it totally different, up to you. I'm also gonna use some red and black, just cheap dollar store acrylic paint. You could use spray paint, expensive paint, you could use any color you want. And then for our wax drippies, the blood, we're gonna use some hot glue and we're gonna paint that red. And then we're also gonna use some of these fake tea light candles. And you're also gonna want something to kind of fill in the holes. Unless you're using a pool noodle, you can just kind of cut it out to where you want it. For me, I'm gonna stuff maybe some newspaper or something in here just so these can sit high enough. All right, let's get started. All right, we're just gonna take some black paint and we're just going to paint our little candles. I'll see you back when we're done. All right, I'm also gonna cover the top part and just the probably an inch in the inside. That way when you're looking at them, you don't see like the yucky kind of rusty color on the inside there. Okay, on to our last one. I'm gonna get a hair dryer because I am impatient and I wanna get these done as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna use that. If you have a heat gun hair dryer or if you're patient, you just wanna let them air dry, go for it. All right, that part's done. Now we're gonna heat up our hot glue gun. While our hot glue gun heats up, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this black paint back into the bottle. I mean, it's only $2 a bottle, but $2 is $2. All right, done. Now we're gonna add some red to the same bowl. I did leave a little bit of black in there just because this is quite like Christmassy bright, and I want it to look more like blood. So that's the before color. All right, and this is the after. I'm gonna add a bit more paint or red to it because it kind of looks like, I don't know, dry blood or rust now, and that's not the color we're going for. So it didn't work. It's still kind of that brown coagulated blood color, but I remember that I had this color. And it definitely looks a lot more like blood. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this one. All right, our hot glue gun is hot. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take one of our fake candles and we're just gonna do drips around the outside of it, just to make it look like melting wax. Something like that. But I'll finish these up and I'll see you back when I'm done. Oh, also, this makes a fantastic family craft activity. I've made the decision not to show my children's faces on my YouTube or TikTok, but I did have them over at the table painting the candles and they had a blast. So they'll probably help with the blood drips too. All right, so this one's done. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other ones and then we're gonna paint it red and then we're gonna glue them all together and put them on a pretty plate. All right, so I'm almost done. I have a few that I kind of started painting. I'm just working on one more. And I decided to do one black just to show you guys kind of, because the video that I seen, they did them just all black. There was no blood or red wax. So I like the black, but I think my girls and I all decided that we like the red better. So this is what they're gonna look like when they're all done. So I'm gonna finish coloring the rest or painting the rest of them and I'm gonna glue them all together and I will show you guys the final result. And here she is. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it turned out great. I'm not gonna be keeping the real candles just because, you know, fire, but I think it looks fantastic. Let's turn the lights on and see how it looks. Here she is with the lights on. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it turned out great. Really, you guys should give this a try, honestly. It cost me nothing at all to make it. And, oh, if you guys haven't checked out my Thing video, please take a minute and check it out. I bought a really cheap dollar store hand and turned it into Thing Adams. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, like I said, cost me nothing at all to make. I got those tubes for free. They were just junk that she was going to throw away. Dollar store paint, dollar store glue gun. Give it a try.